Hey guys, welcome back to Token Tech. Today I want to talk about the fact that I was totally wrong in my predictions of the AMD Navi based graphics cards, the 5700 and the 5700 XT. So on Sunday, AMD launched not only the 7nm CPUs, the Ryzen 3000 series, but also Radeon, what was it, the 5700 and 5700 XT. Now, these two graphics cards I figured would be more like Vega, where the 5700 would overclock to match the 5700 XT, and that they would slot in to be about a 2060 and a 2070 respectively. And to my defense, that's how AMD marketed them to begin with. They said, look, it's better than a 2070, like just barely better than a 2070, $50 less, and faster than a 2060, but like 20 bucks more, and that's where they fall. And that wasn't really good because Nvidia was already overpriced, and so we weren't really happy with those prices. And then when Nvidia announced the super cards, AMD dropped the prices before launch, and it was kind of fishy because, well, how does a big company that has these cards distributed everywhere around the world get all these stores to drop prices like a day before they launch? That's a little fishy to me, but we'll see. Maybe they're playing hardball or something. Anyways, they drop prices, which typically means, well, we don't have the performance. We don't have the performance to keep up with them, so we have to drop our prices to be able to keep up. Right, and that's totally fine. That is totally a good thing to do. You don't have to keep your prices high, right? You can drop prices to compete. That's fine. That's a valid strategy. So I thought, well, I'm validated. They dropped the prices to match 2060 and to match the new 2060 Super, so that must be where they're performing. And again, like I said, I was pleasantly surprised with the performance, and I'm actually happy that I'm wrong. I'm happy that I was wrong about where they would fall. So these graphics cards they really are a new architecture, and because of that, they kind of are their own thing. They're not replacing Vega. They're not replacing Polaris. They are their own new graphics card and kind of their own tier. It's weird, right? Because it's kind of an in between card, and I'm actually quite excited to see what comes out later, the lower end stuff and the higher end stuff. But to put things quickly, basically you're getting 1080 Ti-ish performance for $400, and the 5700 just stomps the 2060 at $350. Unless you really, really, really need ray tracing, which at that performance level, ray tracing isn't going to be that amazing anyways. There really doesn't make any sense to buy those other cards, especially because you have better, anti-lag and things like that on the AMD side of things. Now, like I said, I was pleasantly surprised because I thought they were going to perform about the same, if not worse, and they were doing much better. Because if we remember, the 2060 Super performs like a 2070. The 2070 Super performs closer to a 1080 Ti. The 5700 XT performs close to a 1080 Ti, meaning that the 5700 XT actually competes more performance-wise with the 2070 Super. That is $100 more expensive. To me, saving $100, well, that makes a pretty big difference. Even if it loses in some games, is it worth the $100? I think, Steve from Hardware Unboxed said it was 2% slower. So 2% slower, but you save $100. That to me is well worth it. And I'm very excited to see that their graphics cards have stepped up. Again, I'm willing to admit that I was wrong and that I was way too harsh on these cards. I think these cards are great. I think the value is decent, right? Again, you're getting 1080 Ti performance for $400. I think that's decent. Again, I think they could take a little bit off the top there, but either way, I think the value is there, especially compared to the market, right? It's better value than NVIDIA cards. Even the cheaper NVIDIA cards, this still has better value because of the performance you get for the price. So price to performance, they are the best cards to get. For me, if I was spending $300 to $400, I would buy these cards. If I was spending $500, I would still buy one of these cards and save the money or put it into a different component of my computer. I really love this, and it makes me so excited to see what AMD does next, because remember, this is basically a new platform. It's a new architecture for them to develop and refine. So we could see this really, 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 pan out for them to become something really good, really power efficient, really perform well. That was something they really needed to to advance in. Again, I'm willing to admit that I was wrong. I'm totally excited. I'm happy. I was pleasantly surprised by this, and I hope you guys are too. Let me know if you're going to pick one of these cards in the comment section down below. I'm not. Unfortunately, I don't have the funds for it, and I'm totally fine with the graphics card that I have right now, but I definitely will look into it in the future, and that's why I'm excited to see what they come out with in the future, to see what Navi 20 has in store for us. Now, what I did recently pick up was a 3700X, and I'm still working on that, so you'll see a video from me on this CPU in the future. Now, I'm not going to do a whole bunch of benchmarks and stuff. You can see that from many other YouTubers that do a much better job of that than I will. But what I will talk about is the experience of going from an 1800X to a 3700X, of using it in a X370 motherboard. So first generation motherboard, I'll tell you about that. How it was updating the BIOS, updating the drivers, messing around with Windows and all that sorts of stuff. And was the performance worth it? That you can look forward to in the next couple days. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that yes, I was totally wrong about Navi. I'm so happy that I was wrong about Navi, and I'm excited for the future now. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.